It's time for high school basketball, presented by SARTA, streaming live at Q92radiosports.com. Now let's take you courtside to our play-by-play team. This is high school basketball, presented by SARTA, streaming live at Q92radiosports.com.
Well, two Stark County schools have already punched their ticket to the Final Four as the Perry Panthers and the Louisville Leopards in Divisions 2 and 3, respectively, are headed to the Final Four in the OHSAA State Basketball Tournament. One more remains in the Stark County 3 today as the Canton McKinley Bulldogs, the most storied franchise, or the most storied program. I almost said franchise. They basically are a franchise at this point. The most storied program in Ohio high school basketball history matches up against the St. Ignatius Wildcats in Division 1 in a regional final here at the Mack Center at the campus of Kent State University. McKinley 20-5, Ignatius 21-4. John Bozica, George Bozica, along with you. Georgia was amazing. Last night I was looking it up and texted friend of the station and Joe Bogdan from Canton McKinley, and I said, Joe, I know you know the number. Tell me the numbers that I want to know, which are regional titles and district titles in McKinley history.
Yes.
28 regional titles.
Yeah.
And 50. Count them, 50 district titles. I'm talking about Raymar Morgan. I'm talking about Nick Spoon Weatherspoon. I'm talking about Jack Duggar. I'm talking about Bup Rearick, Bob Rupert. I am talking about a program, folks, that since the dawn of competitive high school basketball in the state of Ohio was formed under the Athletic Association. This program that we are covering here tonight, McKinley, for those that know basketball, they know that this has been the gold standard since the beginning, and they are one step away from a return to glory tonight. That the last time they did it was 2006, when they had probably their best team ever.
Yep. Yeah, that was the team led by Raymar Morgan and won back-to-back state championships under Coach Dave Hoover. Could have had 3 in a row. Lost in the Final Four the year before they won the back-to-back. And I know some people may take issue with being the most storied, but no team in Ohio high school basketball has won more games than Canton McKinley. No team. So I will defend your statement that they're the most storied to the end of time. And you didn't even mention my late dad, your papu's favorite player, Dale Haverstock, who played back in the day, who we always said was the best player he ever saw at McKinley.
You know, it's one of those things that I am in the belief, and I know that there's a game that's about to happen here, and yes, you've got two teams that played earlier this year. Ignatius won by 27. Damon Fryery, the Dayton commit, is going to be a handful. Quinn Wyke is going to be a handful for McKinley to defend from Ignatius. But you've got a McKinley program that, to me, there's a phrase that gets thrown around a lot in college football, and that's that college football is better when Notre Dame is good.
Yeah.
And I am of the belief that in the state of Ohio, high school football is better when Massillon is good, and high school basketball is better when McKinley is good. Those that know the sports, that know the traditions, truly know what I mean by that. And McKinley being back here, it's not just a thing. It is a thing that was a happening for so many years. Going to the field house, seeing the Bulldogs play, and understanding that the team that came into the field house, they came there to get stomped because McKinley was that much better than everybody. And seeing them back here, you see R.C. Hill, who's been on the McKinley bench since the dawn of time, sitting over there behind the bench. And he said to me last year, George, he said that last year they were going to scare people. And he said this year it was going to start the return to glory, as I'm calling it.
Yeah.
And he said, we're scaring people for sure now.
Yeah.
And you probably remember it better than even I do because you were a kid still in the heyday of the All-City nights and everything. But there's something about when McKinley's good in basketball that the town of Canton just really rallies behind them, unlike any other sports team that they have.
Yeah, those all city nights with Lehman, Lincoln, Timken, and McKinley were just unbelievable. The field house was filled. Back then, people could still smoke. You have sort of a haze of smoke above the field house. It was always packed. They were always the games everybody looked forward to. And it was something. I was a Canton Lehman grad. Obviously, Canton Lehman, now junior high, was consolidated into what is now McKinley. But those were memorable games growing up in Canton. And it's a time gone by. Obviously, there's no all city nights anymore, but those that remember them fondly.
Well, and seeing McKinley back here is a reminder that even though this sleeping giant has been down for a number of years, that it took a name that literally means McKinley in Sean Weatherspoon to get them back to where they are. And it would be such a fitting story in his second year, which, by the way, I was thinking about this before we came here tonight. Matt Vole at Perry in his second year. They're going to the Final Four.
Sean Weatherspoon in his second year at McKinley.
They're on the cusp of going to the Final Four.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that because during girls basketball, Jackson made a run to the Elite Eight, and so did Canton South. And both of those programs had coaches in their first year at that point. So if Sean Weatherspoon wants to join the great stories that are already continuing, taking his Bulldogs that he was once a great player on and part of the 04-05 championship team, taking them to the Final Four would be the final step in what many have been waiting for so long.
And, John, let's talk about
Canton.
the big white elephant in the room in St. Ignatius. Defending state champ, a team that beat McKinley the first time inexplicably by 27 points. A score that makes no sense if you look at the rest of the McKinley schedule, the rest of their losses, and what they've done this year. I'm of the opinion that game was just one of those nights when Ignatius did everything right. And my understanding was from talking to some people that are familiar with the game, McKinley just could not hit a basket that night. Go ahead.
So McKinley has 5 losses this year, a 3-point loss to Jackson in a war of a game, a 1-point loss to Massillon in a war of a game, and a 2-point loss to Warren in a war of a game.
Yeah.
We have seen 2 of those 3 teams.
Right. Yeah. So
the other 2, Garfield Heights, a team that is still left standing in Division III. That was a 21-point loss, and then a 27-point loss, their worst loss of the year, to this reigning Division I state championship team in Ignatius. When speaking to R.C. Hill on the sideline, he basically made the remark that the first time they played, McKinley could not stop Damon Fryery, the big kid, number 22, who's 6'10", headed to Dayton, and they are not alone in that. Only 4 teams all year, one being a national program in Gonzaga from D.C., Reynoldsburg, who's really good, Olentangy Orange, who is really good in Division I, and oh, by the way, small Louisville from the 4-4-6-4-1 in the county of Stark. So, sets up for an interesting matchup.
Well, we talked about something before the game, and I said that a number of years ago in the NCAA tournament, UNLV, with that great team that Jerry Tarkanian had with Stacey Augman, Larry Johnson, pounded and embarrassed Duke in the national championship game. The next they met again in the Final Four. Coach K, obviously, at Duke. Nobody in the basketball world gave Duke a chance in that game because of what happened the year before. And Duke ended up pulling off one of the upsets for the ages. So I may be very wrong, and at the end of the night, I'll admit it if I'm wrong. I just do not think that this Ignatius team is that many points better than McKinley. I'm expecting a close game tonight, and I'm expecting the Pups to be in it until the end. If I'm wrong, I'll be the first to admit it, but that score is just inexplicable to me.
For those that know the McKinley history, McKinley has rarely been blown out late in the tournament. The one time they were a future NBA Hall of Famer was on the other side at Middletown back in the 1956 season in Jerry Lucas. We're going to take a timeout. It's McKinley. It's Ignatius. It's the big boys. It's Division I regional final basketball from Kent State on Q92 Radiosports.com.
Ready to make a real difference in people's lives while working for a nonprofit? Regional EMS is calling your name. They're on the lookout for passionate EMTs and paramedics to join their team. Imagine working with state-of-the-art equipment, all while enjoying a new pay scale, generous PTO, and fully paid insurance for full-time heroes like you. It's not just a job, it's a chance to be a lifeline in your community. So what are you waiting for? Grab your phone and dial 330-987-4373 to find out how to join the Regional EMS family.
RG Dreg, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Dreg students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, building, and so much more. Contact RG Dreg to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Dreg, where careers begin.
Buying a home is one of the biggest investments you will make in your lifetime. And for some, it's the very first time. You are going to want the guidance of someone with experience, integrity, and successful results. Joanna Belden with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services has proven time and time again that she is that someone. Working with the Belden Group of Joanna Belden and Cindy Aaronhalt with over 29 years of combined experience and over $21 million in volume sold in 2023, you can feel confident knowing that you are in the best of hands. Call Joanna at 330-309-2343 or Cindy Aaronhalt at 330-268-5063 or find them both at howardhanna.com.
Ah, home sweet home. Until the roof leaked, the hot water tank went cold, and the furnace died. At Friends and Family Credit Union, we can make it home sweet home again. With a home equity line of credit, our HELOC rates are outstanding, and there are no closing costs, no appraisal fees, no application fees, and no annual fees. Make it home sweet home again. With a home equity line of credit from Friends and Family Credit Union, it's time to bring a friend into the family.
At Dr. Michael J. Hewlett Family Dentistry in Massillon and Malvern, they're proud to be part of two wonderful communities. After 32 years of providing high-quality dentistry, Dr. Hewlett has decided to retire. They are happy to announce that Dr. Corey Boss, a Massillon, Washington graduate, will take over in March with the full support of the Hewlett dental family. Dr. Boss is excited to continue providing the same excellent service that patients have come to expect. He is accepting new patients at this time. Please call 330-477-2151 to make an appointment.
So here I am in line at Papa Gyro's. I order the Gyro Supreme. Suddenly, the lady behind me chimes in.
It's pronounced gyro.
Then the fella behind her says,
It's a gyro.
I turn my back and I finish my order. I also need a large Grecian salad, some baklava chocolate swirl, and a Cajun gyro.
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 Okay. So no matter how you say it, you're not far from a Papa Gyro's.
For Pete's sake, it's Papayitos. Find the Papayitos closest to you at papayitos.com.
Where's Pete?
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's tournament is sponsored by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Your attendance and support.
A familiar sound at Stark County games, that imitation of a dog barking, the sound that was the background for many crowds and many childhoods in the neighborhood surrounding McKinley for so many years as part of the Bulldogs' storied history in Ohio high school basketball. Meet the starters for both teams. First for Ignatius, under head coach Cam Joyce in his 6th year. They are the reigning Division I state champions, and Cam Joyce is the 2-time, back-to-back years Cleveland.com Coach of the Year, last year and this season. And he'll start the following 5. A senior 6'1" guard. Number 0 is Quinn Wyke. A senior 6'3" guard. Number 2 is Scully Johnson. A junior 6'3" guard. Number 3 is Alex Mack. A junior 6'5" guard. Number 10 is RJ Jones. And rounding out the lineup, the young man headed to Dayton, the 1,000-point scorer, and one of the recent best that Ignatius has had on their team. Number 22, the 6'10" senior forward, Damon Fryrie. For McKinley, head coach Sean Weatherspoon, 2nd year at the helm of the Bulldogs, but he's been a Bulldog his whole life. Literally probably born wearing red and black, I would imagine, with the Weatherspoon name. He'll start the following 5 tonight. A 6'3" junior guard. Number 2 is Anthony Shavers. A 5'11" senior guard. Number 3 is Jalen Jeter. A 6'4" sophomore forward. Number 10 is Ed Webster. A 5'10" junior guard. Number 11 is Davey Thompson. Rounding out the lineup is a 6'5" senior shooting guard, number 30, Reed Sims Jr. Take a break. Tip when we come back between McKinley and Ignatius from Kent State.
Ready to make a real difference in people's lives while working for a nonprofit? Regional EMS is calling your name. They're on the lookout for passionate EMTs and paramedics to join their team. Imagine working with state-of-the-art equipment, all while enjoying a new pay scale, generous PTO, and fully paid insurance for full-time heroes like you. It's not just a job, it's a chance to be a lifeline in your community. So what are you waiting for? Grab your phone and dial 330-987-4373 to find out how to join the Regional EMS family.
John, maybe it's the old curmudgeon in me, but I would think it'd be rather easy to be Coach of the Year 2 years in a row when you got a 6'10" kid that's an all-star. I think there's always a real correlation between coaching and talent. Our old friend Elmer Sheets, who I mentioned earlier tonight, always says that.
There's no question, and obviously the underlying theme also of the night becomes another one that has permeated to just about all high school sports in Ohio, and that's the fact that you have one of the 5 biggest public school systems in the state in Canton going against one of the private parochial powers of the last 35 years. Of the parochial powers, the one I have the most respect for is without a question St. Ignatius. What Chuck Kyle built at Ignatius to win in the game of football is nothing short of incredible. And Drew Joyce has been able to take those same tools, not Drew Joyce, Cam Joyce has been able to take those same tools and make a winning program very quickly. McKinley, the home, white tops and white shorts with the black numbering and lettering and the red trim. Ignatius, dark blue tops and shorts with the gold numbering and lettering. It's Fryrie and Sims in center circle, and Fryrie. And the Ignatius Wildcats win the tip at 6'10". He is a low. Here's Wyke, high on the left to the right wing. Top of the key goes to Damon Fryrie. Fryrie, the young man, headed to Dayton. Right wing spots a 3, misses everything. Rebound left of the basket. Mack missed it. Rebound in the lane. RJ Jones puts it up and in for the first 2 of the game. 2-0, Iggy. McKinley with the basketball. as Jalen Jeter going to run the point. 20-5 Bulldogs. Right wing, it's Ed Webster. Now here's Davey Thompson, junior guard, high on the left to Shavers, to Jeter. Out top, Webster. Webster, right of the lane, taller Fryery on him. Ignatius seems to be overplaying in their man just a bit. Top of the key, Webster. McKinley trying to be very patient. The size of Fryery making it hard for McKinley to attack the painted area, which you can tell they want to do. Here's Reed Sims. Loses his man on his dribble. Now Jeter drives left of the lane, scoops, misses. Shavers' putback is missed. Rebound, Fryery and Ignatius. Here comes Mack with a whole lot of hustle down the left sideline. Mack into the lane. Mack left of the lane, Fryery. Fryery attacks, scoops left of the rim, misses. Rebound, McKinley. 2-0 Ignatius. A minute and a half in. McKinley ball left of the lane. And an offensive foul on Jalen Jeter. First foul of the game on either team. First foul on Jeter. 2-0 Ignatius. 6:23 in the first quarter. Already the huge problem that we see for McKinley is the presented size of 6'10" Damon Fryery. McKinley's ability to attack the paint pretty much nullified by his size. R.J. Jones with it left wing for Ignatius comes top of the key, but he throws it away. Shavers on the run out. Anthony to the basket. Right-handed layup is good. Anthony Shavers, the junior guard. We're tied at 2 minutes into the game. Ignatius basketball. These colors so familiar over the years on the football field as well. They've had some duels. Right baseline, Fryery attacks, goes up, gets fouled on the floor. It's at a point where it looks like McKinley is trying to employ a strategy that new head football coach Parnell might employ.
They're being very physical with
Yeah.
him. Yeah, they're going to be physical with him. I think that's a good move.
Coach
I think I'd
Renzi
also
Parnell
yeah.
probably going to be looking for this physicality on the football field. R.J. Jones left of the lane. Oh, shot blocked by Sims, but going to be a goaltend. Ball was above the cylinder. That's a good call. So R.J. Jones has points 3 and 4. McKinley basketball. Shavers running left side of the floor. Shavers had it tipped out of his hands, left of the lane. Ignatius 4, McKinley 2, 5:38 first quarter.
Early on, John, looks like McKinley really wants to push the ball.
Left wing for McKinley, Reed Sims Jr. Sims going to work. Sims, right elbow. Top of the key ends up in the hands of Webster. Now back to Sims. Sims drives. Right wing, long 2 is good. Man, what a shot by Reed Sims. That was a tough offensive possession for McKinley's leading scorer. And he found a bucket from 17 feet. Ignatius ball, Fryery, right of the lane. Tough take. A lot of bodies thrown at him. He missed the runner. Rebound, Shavers and McKinley. They're tied at 4. 5:02 in the first quarter. Sims, left wing, loses the ball. As Collie Johnson step out on him, but it doesn't matter. Sims nails a left wing 3.
Long 3.
And Reed Sims has 5 in a row for McKinley, who leads 7-4. Ignatius basketball in the lane. R.J. Jones has it tipped out by active Bulldog hands.
McKinley's being chaotic on defense, which isn't a bad thing if they can keep it up. The key is keeping it up.
Ignatius ball, Waikiki to inbound. Top of the key, Fryery. McKinley 7, Ignatius 4. Right of the lane, Collie Johnson scores. Little righty floater from about 5 feet away, and he made it. McKinley ball up 7-6. There's Reed Sims. He has the last 5 for the Bulldogs. Right wing to Jalen Jeter. Jeter around a Sims screen. High on the right, Jeter stands. 10.5-point average. One of a number of Bulldogs that averages double figures. Right wing Sims comes to it on the handoff. 4:05 in the first quarter. Davey Thompson, top of the key. Right wing Sims pumps on the 3, drives, lost the ball, but he was fouled. Last year when Jackson and Ignatius played here, there was a real up-tempo pace that Jackson clearly did not want to get into.
Yeah.
And McKinley seems so far, to be dictating the tempo.
Yeah,
And I think that's good.
very much.
McKinley basketball, right wing Jeter. Between the circles, Sims. Left wing Shavers for the shot. Whistle and a foul and a violation on Friary. His first and the second team foul on Ignatius, who's brought in Jimmy Thomas for the first time. Sims, top of the key, drives and slams. Drove right down Fulton Road and slammed it in with two hands. And Reed Sims has the last 7 for the Pups, who lead 9-6. Reed clearly has come to play. Left wing Wyke's 3. Took contact, missed it, and it went out of bounds. And the basketball going to go to McKinley.
Yeah. Wyke is John with the official there wanting a foul, and the official's having none of it.
McKinley 9, Ignatius 6. Division I regional final. Bulldogs trying to make Stark County go 3-0 today in boys basketball. Really a steal by Ignatius and a bump high on the left. And Jimmy Thomas, who was a football player and quit to focus on basketball, picks up the foul there.
John, I know it's early on, but we talked about this on the way of the game. Ignatius might be just a little overconfident. They're showing a little bit of that. They don't look like they have that focus. Now, I'm not saying they might eventually get it, but I'm seeing that early on.
It's McKinley 9, Ignatius 6. Certainly Ignatius has not been the big elephant in the room that everyone thought they were going to be so far. Bulldogs seem to be able to handle their pressure. There's Thompson, top of the key, off to Sims, ball taken away. Johnson to the rim, right of the basket, shot block Sims. What a chase down block. McKinley down the floor. Left corner, Shavers. Drives, tries to slam it in with the right hand, and it goes off the iron and out of bounds. He tried to throw that down over a defender with the right hand and put an Ignatius player on a poster.
Yeah, he was trying to posterize all right.
3:02, 3 minutes in the first quarter. Ignatius down 9-6. That's the aggressive Bulldog basketball that fans have been used to. Thomas out top Wyke. He's going to Kent State at the next level. This court will seem familiar. Friary has his shot blocked left wing. Goes back to Friary, though. Wyke underneath. Thomas shot blocked McKinley. Ends up in the hands of Niehaus. Kyle in the right corner who just checked in. Thomas, right of the lane. Left of the lane, misses the shot. Rebound, Bulldogs. They're running. Here comes Jeter, left of the lane, and gets fouled on the floor. Coach Sean Weatherspoon, I was reading an article after the game in the repository, and he mentioned that he wanted their calling card to be defense.
It's showing tonight. They're playing some tenacious defense out there.
And Ignatius has picked up their 4th team foul already. McKinley leading 9-6. They are not allowing anything. In the lane, Shavers going to work with Friary in front of him. Misses the layup. Second a chance attempt, and he couldn't get it to go. Rebound, Friary. Here he comes down the floor. Damon, right of the lane, scoops with the left hand and scores. First 2 of the game for Ignatius' leading scorer in Damon Friary. It's 9-8 McKinley. Bulldogs with the ball. High on the left. Reed Sims calls for a screen. Webster obliges. He works top of the key. Thomas on it. Drives right of the lane. Runner in the lane by Sims. Around and out. Rebound, put back, and off of the hands of Niehaus last. And Ignatius. And McKinley will get it back with Javion Carter, the 7-point average coming into the game. Bulldogs leading 9-8, $148 in the first quarter. McKinley going for their 29th regional title all time. Yes, that is a number that I actually just said. Right corner, Thompson, 3, too strong. Rebound, Thomas, Ignatius. Here comes Jimmy on the run. Jimmy, right of the lane. Right corner, Niehaus, 3, shot it strong. Rebound, what a great box out.
Fantastic block out.
Javion Carter giving up inches. McKinley ball. Left wing, Thompson. Carter at 6 foot gave up 10 inches on that box out there to Fryery and still got the board. Right of the lane, Thompson gets to the rim, misses the layup. Rebound, Webster underneath the basket to our left, and he stepped out of bounds. McKinley 9, Ignatius 8.
White Key loves to talk to the official. He's always John with the official. Just saying what I see, John.
73 seconds in the first quarter. McKinley 9, Ignatius 8. High emotions in a regional final, especially for a team trying to go back again, the defending state champions. They've got the target on their back. Ignatius ball, top of the key, Fryery. 6'10 forward, goes to work, spins, scoops, scores in the lane. That's why he's being looked at by every Division I school, and he's committed to Dayton. That was a grown man's move into the lane. 4 in a row by Ignatius. They lead 10-9. McKinley ball, Webster drives right to the lane, misses the runner. Rebound into the hands of Ignatius. They brought in Pierce Gibbs as well for the first time. 28 seconds in the first quarter. Ignatius on a 4-0 run, leading 10-9. Keith Quincy getting set to check in at the next dead ball for McKinley. Bulldogs led 9-6. They've allowed 4 straight points by Iggy. Here's Thomas, top of the key. Carter all over him. Left of the lane, it ends up in the hands of Fryery. Left wing Fryery drives. Left corner long 2. Missed everything. Rebound. And Ignatius was out of bounds. Pierce had stepped out. 2.4 ticks left on the first quarter clock. Keith Quincy comes in. Pups of Canton, McKinley have to go the length of the floor. With the 2 seconds remaining, Webster will take a seat with Quincy going out there, the football star as well. Inbound in the backcourt, Sims, 3-quarter court heave. Hit the bottom of the scoreboard. And there will be no further discussion over that. So, through 1, McKinley trails to Ignatius by a score of 10-9. We'll take a timeout on Q92 Radiosports.com.
Since 1962, DeHoff Realtors has been deeply rooted in the Stark County community. As proud supporters of high school athletics countywide, they are committed to helping our neighbors buy and sell homes with confidence. Visit them at dhoff.com or call them at 330-499-8153 and let's make a winning move together. DeHoff Realtors, your championship team in real estate, dedicated to serving the Stark County community with pride. Good luck to all of the boys' basketball teams still fighting for a title in the tournament.
Ready to make a real difference in people's lives while working for a nonprofit? Regional EMS is calling your name. They're on the lookout for passionate EMTs and paramedics to join their team. Imagine working with state-of-the-art equipment, all while enjoying a new pay scale, generous PTO, and fully paid insurance for full-time heroes like you. It's not just a job, it's a chance to be a lifeline in your community. So what are you waiting for? Grab your phone and dial 330-987-4373 to find out how to join the Regional EMS family.
Well, after a quarter, McKinley at 9, but that is a point behind where their opponent is sitting, as Ignatius holds a lead of 10-9 as 8 minutes put on the second quarter clock, and McKinley with the basketball to start the quarter. Left wing Carter with it, Javion looking for Reed Sims working around the screen. Instead goes top of the key Shavers. Right wing Thompson, top of the key Sims. 3, offline strong. Fryery skies for another board. Down the floor, Thomas, left of the lane. Hop, step, and a jump through the lane. And he scores left of the basket. 6 in a row by Ignatius. They lead 12-9. McKinley with the ball. Right baseline. Shot blocked. Thompson, his shot was blocked right of the basket by Waikiki. Well, Ignatius starting to assert their presence on the floor. They looked a little dreary to begin, but that start by McKinley and that defensive intensity seems to have woken up the defending Division I state champions.
McKinley showing a 2-3, John.
Right wing, Niehaus. Here's Waikiki. Into the right corner, Niehaus. High on the right to Wyke. Right corner, Fryery, 3. Line drive is good. Damon Fryery, 3, number 28 of the year. Ignatius has 9 in a row. McKinley down the floor, all the way to the basket. Carter misses the layup right of the rim. Rebound, Ignatius, and in the backcourt, a hard foul. Wyke fouled by Javion Carter.
Coach Weatherspoon has to be careful here now because, as you said, John, Ignatius has been on a run. I see he's taking a timeout.
A 9-0 run by Ignatius. It was McKinley 9 and Ignatius 6. It's now Ignatius 15 and McKinley 9. We'll take this timeout.
Looking for a place where good food and a good mood come together? Welcome to Samantha's Restaurants in Stark County, proudly owned by Heidi Kiefer. Whether it's a hearty breakfast, a satisfying lunch, or a delightful dinner, you'll always find something to love at Samantha's. With 5 locations in Hartville, Oakwood Square, downtown Canton, Hills and Dales, and Louisville, Heidi is proud to be serving Stark County for over 25 years. More than just a place for a great meal, her friendly staff will put a smile on your face and make you feel like part of the Samantha's family. Serving generations in Stark County. Stop in and discover why good food equals a good mood at Samantha's.
Ignatius ball out of the timeout. And the Bulldogs of McKinley have allowed a 9-0 run by the defending Division I state champions at 21-4. Top of the key, Fryery. Fryery hands off Wyke. Wyke drives left of the lane, left of the basket, shot block. Thomas had his shot altered. Down the floor, McKinley. Oh, what a slam with the right hand by Shavers. He jumped through a defender from Ignatius and slammed it in with the right hand at the hoop to our left. That ended the 9-0 run, and then Ignatius, trying to run the length of the floor, turns the ball over. McKinley down 4 now. They've been gifted new life by the Wildcats, who got a little sloppy. They don't do it often. McKinley with the ball. Top of the key, Carter. Stepping out on him is Niehaus. Right of the lane. Here's Shavers. Out top, ball taken away. Jimmy Thomas left of the basket, right of the basket, scoops and scores with the right hand. Jimmy Thomas, previously the football player. Again with a great move there, right of the basket. Shavers has his shot blocked. No time wasting getting up and down the floor. Damon Fryery swatted that ball out of there. And the Ignatius all-male student section on jersey night. See some interesting jerseys in there. Letting Shavers know about the block that Ignatius star Damon Fryery made. R.J. Jones comes back in. Collie Johnson and
Somebody needed to come to that ball, John.
Yeah, no help on the inbound there and a throwaway. Free throw line, shot blocked by Quincy as Mack was attempting it. Right wing Jones gets it back, though, and nails a 3. Well, Ignatius cannot miss right now. R.J. Jones with just his 5th 3 of the year, and then a turnover by the Bulldogs. And this doom and gloom continues for McKinley. Ignatius now finding themselves in a 14-2 scoring spurt, with 5:19 in the second quarter, leading 20-11. McKinley led 9-6 at one point. Ignatius could go up by double figures here. Wyke, right of the basket, right baseline. His runner goes, but he was fouled on the floor. He again was getting a little chirpy there with the Zebras. I see it too. I just don't comment on it as much as you do. 5:13, second quarter. Ignatius by 9. Fryery going to work, double teamed. Top of the key, Jones. Underneath, left of the basket. Collie Johnson scores from left of the rim. And on the inbound by McKinley, struggles to get it in. It's a 16-2 run by Ignatius. This game has been flipped on its side in no time. 5:03 in the second quarter. McKinley was the aggressor. Ignatius has just taken the air out of the building. Here's McKinley with the ball. Left of the basket, Shavers lays it up and in. He was all alone. Just two players. No, three have scored for McKinley.
No, two. Shavers and Sims.
Shavers has 6, Sims has 7. And high on the left, Ignatius has it, and Jones travels. Forgot to mark down the dunk by Shavers. I was so excited after that highlight reel dunk.
Yeah, the big problem that McKinley's having right now, John, is, as you said, they've only got two people that can get into the offense. Ignatius is playing so tight man-to-man that McKinley is just really having problems getting their offense going. And then because of Ignatius' size, they're also having problems on the boards unless they just get really, really physical. And it's hard to keep that up for, a whole game.
There's Thompson, top of the key to Sims. Sims, a 3, straight on. Missed it, tries to chase down the board. R.J. Jones garners the rebound for Ignatius. Here's Wyke, no-look feed underneath Jones, and he traveled. I was talking to McKinley assistant coach, longtime assistant R.C. Hill, who, again, has been associated with the program since the late 60s, literally the better part of the last, 60 years. R.C. Hill has been part of the program, and he was saying that he likes the chances tonight of the Bulldogs. He just said they're so darn young, and he's correct, because outside of the skills of Jeter and really Quincy and Sims, they are all underclassmen, either juniors or sophomores. Webster, who has it top of the key, is a sophomore. Drives, shoots, misses with the left hand. He's got a great set of post moves, but he's young and kind of raw still. Left corner, Collie Johnson with it. Drives, scoops in the lane, misses it. Rebound, McKinley. It's 22-13 Ignatius. McKinley with the ball. All the way to the rim goes Jeter, and he gets his shot rejected left of the basket. R.J. Jones, the one who blocked it. Jimmy Thomas comes back in for Ignatius. Alex Mack takes a seat. 3:31 in the second quarter. Ignatius 22, McKinley 13. It has really turned out to be a nice crowd here tonight at Kent State.
Real nice crowd. Both schools brought a huge crowd tonight.
Top of the key, Thompson with it for McKinley. Shoots a long 2, hand in his face. He missed it. Rebound, Fryery. Down the floor, Wyke, left wing 3. Around and out. Rebound, Thomas. Back up right of the rim and missed it. Rebound in the lane. Shavers rips it away from Fryery. Down the floor comes McKinley. Right wing, Jeter misses a 2, and Shavers is there to follow it and score in front of the basket.
8 points for Anthony Shavers now.
He and Reed Sims, the only 2 to score for McKinley.
Yeah, somebody else needs to step up for the Pups.
Right wing, Fryery clanks a 3 for Ignatius. Down the floor, McKinley works and nearly threw it away. Fryery playing center field, almost caught that high pop fly to the left sideline. And with 2:49 in the second quarter, it's Ignatius 22, McKinley 15. Bulldogs, once trailing 22-11, they've scored 4 straight. With a timeout on the floor, we'll take it with them with 2:49 in the second quarter.
Buying a home is one of the biggest investments you will make in your lifetime. And for some, it's the very first time. You are going to want the guidance of someone with experience, integrity, and successful results. Joanna Belden with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services has proven time and time again that she is that someone. Working with the Belden Group of Joanna Belden and Cindy Aaronhalt with over 29 years of combined experience and over $21 million in volume sold in 2023, you can feel confident knowing that you are in the best of hands. Call Joanna at 330-309-2343 or Cindy Aaronhalt at 330-268-5063 or find them both at howardhanna.com.
22-15 Ignatius, 2:49 second quarter.
John, we were just saying that the only 2 players that have scored for McKinley are Shavers and Sims. Jalen Jeter and Ed Webster, both 10-point averages, have been held scoreless. On the other side, Wyke, who's the second leading scorer for Ignatius, has yet to score tonight. But, they're getting balance from everybody else. So McKinley just needs, I think, somebody else to step up. They're giving it everything they have. They just need to keep staying in the game and staying in contact.
McKinley ball, trailing by 7. These final 2.5 minutes of this quarter are uber important. Here's Webster, left of the lane, tough shot. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound, bounces through the hands of Friary, through the hands of Webster, and out of bounds. And Ignatius will have it. Wildcats of Ignatius, a program that, again, under Cam Joyce, back-to-back years as Coach of the Year for Cleveland.com, has really started to find some success in recent years. Underneath the basket, they've always been good, but maybe never this good.
Killian a 3-2 now.
Left corner 3 for RJ Jones is missed. And on the floor, a foul. I was looking this up. Ignatius Friary is a finalist already for Mr. Basketball this year. First team All-District and the Player of the Year for Cleveland.com. You have to go back to 2001. It was a really good time for Ignatius sports. Coach Chuck Kyle had one of his best teams. They won the state title, and the basketball team won the state title that year as well, and then they won last year too. Left corner, Kali Johnson thought about the three, decided not to pull on it. His father is Kwanzaa Johnson, an assistant coach at Cleveland State, and that was a great bounce on a left corner 3. Rolled around the rim, popped up and flew in for Kali Johnson. He's got 7 early on. Third Ignatius player to 7 points. McKinley ball, left wing Jeter. Pumps on the 3, drives, shoots the runner, misses it off the front of the iron, and gets fouled. 1:40, second quarter. Ignatius 25, McKinley 15. It's a program that, I've always known Ignatius has been good at all sports, but it's like in the last 35 to 40 years since Chuck Kyle came in, I would say that all of their sports have taken a step up. They've always been good. Like, they have always been probably the best parochial school, them in St. Ed's in Cuyahoga County. But in recent, again, we're looking at 30, 40 years, it's changed. Line left, Jeter to split the pair, and he does. First Bulldog not named Shavers or Sims to score. McKinley trails 25-16. Ignatius with the ball. Quinn Wyke, their second leading scorer yet to score, as Ignatius nearly throws it away. Kali Johnson made a great save left sideline. 84 seconds left in the first half. Johnson left of the lane. Top of the key, Mack, an open 3. Shot it strong. Rebound Johnson. Back up in front of the basket and scores. Kali Johnson, 10-point average with 9 in the game. McKinley down by 11 for the second time in this contest. 27-16. 63 seconds left in the first half. Left of the lane, Jeter misses the runner. Friary the board. Down the floor, Johnson. Johnson, right of the rim, shot blocked. Went up and had his shot blocked from behind by Shavers.
McKinley continues to have really active hands defensively.
They just can't buy buckets on the offense,
No,
and that's
they
the
can't.
problem.
They can't. And when they're getting looks, they're pressured. They're not getting good, clean looks. Everything is under pressure.
Jimmy Thomas left wide open on an inbound for Ignatius right of the basket, and he scored it. It's 29-16 Iggy. McKinley ball, left of the lane, Webster floats it up and misses it. Rebound back to Webster, left of the basket, blocked by Johnson. Gets it back again and misses it. Friary with a tenacious rebound over multiple players. Down the floor comes Ignatius. Thomas, right of the lane, out of control, stepped out of bounds. This ball game was once McKinley 9, Ignatius 6. It is a 23-7 run by Ignatius to take a 13-point lead, their largest, at 29-16. Pretty incredible. Outscoring McKinley by 16 over the last quarter and a half. The basketball now is McKinley. Right wing Quincy. Someone else has got to get going.
Yep.
Out top Webster. Could it be him? Underneath, ball intended for Shavers, thrown away. And out of frustration, Shavers commits a foul, trying to chase down Wyke. McKinley with a long uphill battle coming in the second half. 5 seconds left in the first half. They trail 29-16. Ignatius going to get one last look. Thomas to inbound, far sideline, goes Fryery at center floor. Fryery drives, scoops right of the rim, misses, and that will end the first half. Ignatius closes the first half on a 23-7 scoring spurt, and they lead headed to the halftime locker room 29-16 over the Canton McKinley Bulldogs. We'll take a timeout, we'll come back, and we'll have halftime numbers and analysis for you here from Kent State. Stay with us.
At Dr. Michael J. Hewlett Family Dentistry in Massillon and Malvern, they're proud to be part of two wonderful communities. After 32 years of providing high-quality dentistry, Dr. Hewlett has decided to retire. They are happy to announce that Dr. Corey Boss, a Massillon, Washington graduate, will take over in March with the full support of the Hewlett dental family. Dr. Boss is excited to continue providing the same excellent service that patients have come to expect. He is accepting new patients at this time. Please call 330-477-2151 to make an appointment.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
Ah, home sweet home. Until the roof leaked, the hot water tank went cold, and the furnace died. At Friends and Family Credit Union, we can make it home sweet home again. With a home equity line of credit, our HELOC rates are outstanding, and there are no closing costs, no appraisal fees, no application fees, and no annual fees. Make it home sweet home again. With a home equity line of credit from Friends and Family Credit Union, it's time to bring a friend into the family.
So here I am in line at Papa Gyro's. I order the Gyro Supreme. Suddenly, the lady behind me chimes in.
It's pronounced gyro.
Then the fella behind her says,
It's a gyro.
I turn my back and I finish my order. I also need a large Grecian salad, some baklava chocolate swirl, and a Cajun gyro.
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 Okay. So no matter how you say it, you're not far from a Papa Gyro's.
For Pete's sake, it's Papayitos. Find the Papayitos closest to you at papayitos.com.
Where's Pete?
Since 1962, DeHoff Realtors has been deeply rooted in the Stark County community. As proud supporters of high school athletics countywide, they are committed to helping our neighbors buy and sell homes with confidence. Visit them at dhoff.com or call them at 330-499-8153 and let's make a winning move together. DeHoff Realtors, your championship team in real estate, dedicated to serving the Stark County community with pride. Good luck to all of the boys' basketball teams still fighting for a title in the tournament.
Ready to make a real difference in people's lives while working for a nonprofit? Regional EMS is calling your name. They're on the lookout for passionate EMTs and paramedics to join their team. Imagine working with state-of-the-art equipment, all while enjoying a new pay scale, generous PTO, and fully paid insurance for full-time heroes like you. It's not just a job, it's a chance to be a lifeline in your community. So what are you waiting for? Grab your phone and dial 330-987-4373 to find out how to join the Regional EMS family.
Looking for a place where good food and a good mood come together? Welcome to Samantha's Restaurants in Stark County, proudly owned by Heidi Kiefer. Whether it's a hearty breakfast, a satisfying lunch, or a delightful dinner, you'll always find something to love at Samantha's. With 5 locations in Hartville, Oakwood Square, downtown Canton, Hills and Dales, and Louisville, Heidi is proud to be serving Stark County for over 25 years. More than just a place for a great meal, her friendly staff will put a smile on your face and make you feel like part of the Samantha's family. Serving generations in Stark County. Stop in and discover why good food equals a good mood at Samantha's.
Well, McKinley trails private school power St. Ignatius 29-16 at the half in this Division I regional final. Canton McKinley, the largest public school district in Stark County, trailing by 13 through a half. After leading 9-6 early in the game, it has been a complete uphill battle for these pups. And McKinley down 13 at the half, and George has our halftime numbers from the game that McKinley is going to need to really work hard to get back into in the second half.
Yeah, John, first quarter scores, it was 10-9 Ignatius after one, and 29-16 at the half. Ignatius outscoring McKinley in that second quarter, 19-7. For Ignatius, Whitekeith has not had a point, a rebound, or an assist. McKinley has done a good job of shutting him down. He's their normal 13-point scorer. We'll see if that continues in the second half. Jimmy Thomas with 6 points and 2 rebounds. Jimmy Thomas with 6 points and 2 rebounds. Callie Johnson with 9 points and 2 rebounds. Alex Mack with a rebound. R.J. Jones with 7 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Kyle Niehaus with 1 rebound. And Damon Fryrie, 7 points, and 6 rebounds. Wildcats also had 4 turnovers for the Pups. 7 turnovers, all the scoring by 3 players, and basically all of it mostly by 2. Javion Carter with a rebound. Anthony Chavers, leading scorer for the Pups with 8 points and 2 rebounds. Jalen Jeter, a point at the line and 2 rebounds. Ed Webster with 3 rebounds. Davey Thompson with 1 rebound. And Reed Sims with 7 points and 1 rebound. Telling statistic, Reed Sims had all 7 of those points in the first quarter, and Shavers had 6 of his 8 in the second quarter. So they basically have had 1 player each quarter that's been able to step up for them. But every single shot McKinley has had tonight has been contested in some way or another. And, it's difficult to shoot for a high percentage when you have that kind of defense in your face. Plus the size advantage also that Ignatius has. And I'm not only saying size advantage and height. The Ignatius kids are just bigger all around than McKinley. McKinley, as we said, is a young team. They're still filling out, and that shows on the floor too. I got to give McKinley credit, though, for their tenaciousness. They're fighting every possession. I now understand why Ignatius beat them so badly in the first game, because you start to see after a while where Ignatius is strong in certain areas that McKinley is just having some difficulty competing.
Yeah, based on score in this half, Ignatius is again on pace for a 26-point win.
Yeah.
If you double this and add that for the second half, I think the interesting thing for McKinley is going to be if they can muster a run at any point. It's been so hard for them to get high percentage looks. As you said, we ran into Malvern coach Denny Tucci at dinner at Ray's in Kent. That's where George and I ate, and I walked up to him and I said, are you going to the McKinley game? And he laughed and he said, yeah. And I said, McKinley can win. And he said, McKinley could win. He said, they just need to play the perfect game.
Yeah.
And that's really what it comes down to is that, and the thing is, it's not all about one guy, but if you took Fryrie out of the equation, they're an entirely different team. It's just
question.
that his ability and his skill set and just his size alone are just too much for the average high school team to deal with. I will say this, though. This is a great experience McKinley is having, and if they can come out and fight in this half, it's going to teach them a lot about themselves going into next year.
Yeah, as we usually say, these first 3 to 5 minutes of this third quarter are going to be key. If McKinley can stay in touch, somehow cut it under 10 going into the fourth quarter, as you said, John, then they have a chance. But they've got to weather that first 3 to 5 minutes of that third quarter.
Playing in their first district final or their first regional final since the 2016 season when Lapeer Tolles and Daryl Strotter and others as part of a transfer over for the end of Timken under Coach Rick Hairston. They lost to a really good Xavier Simpson-led Lima senior team. And that's the last time McKinley has been here. Before that, I think it was under Coach Keith Knopf's. And then before that, it was way back to the Dave Hoover years in 2006. All right, we're going to take one time out here. We'll come back with the second half. McKinley trailing Ignatius 29-16.
Buying a home is one of the biggest investments you will make in your lifetime. And for some, it's the very first time. You are going to want the guidance of someone with experience, integrity, and successful results. Joanna Belden with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services has proven time and time again that she is that someone. Working with the Belden Group of Joanna Belden and Cindy Aaronhalt with over 29 years of combined experience and over $21 million in volume sold in 2023, you can feel confident knowing that you are in the best of hands. Call Joanna at 330-309-2343 or Cindy Aaronhalt at 330-268-5063 or find them both at howardhanna.com.
Start of the second half upon us with Ignatius leading McKinley 29-16. Bulldogs led 9-6 early in the game. Ignatius closed out the first half on a 23-7 scoring run. And to start the second half, McKinley will have Shavers, Jeter, Thompson, Webster, and Sims. Ignatius has Whitekey, as well as Mack, Johnson, Jones, and Fryery. I know what you're looking for there. Why don't you just stop and focus on things, and we'll talk about that afterwards. Because I've got some answers for you, but I'm not going to say it on air out of respect.
Okay.
High on the right, Whitekey with it. High on the right, Jones with it for Ignatius. I stood on that soapbox last year. I don't want to do it again this year. Left wing, Alex Mack. All taken away. Jalen Jeter. Jeter sloppily along the right sideline with pressure. Right corner, Shavers. That's a good start for McKinley. Here's Jeter. Drives, scoops, misses, left to the basket. Rebound Ignatius. Down the floor, Fryery slams it in with the right hand. Rocked the rim to our left with his extended right arm out and cocked it through the basket. 31-16 Ignatius. 7:02, third quarter. Right wing, Sims knocks down a tough 18-foot jumper. 31-18. Ignatius ball left to the basket. Easy layup. Collie Johnson on the feed from R.J. Jones. McKinley ball after a near steal by Ignatius. Left to the rim, Sims. Misses the runner, gets it back, goes back up, and gets fouled left to the basket. I would say McKinley's only easy strategy with 6:33 in the third quarter is to hope that if they put up enough shots and they give themselves enough chances that maybe at some point Ignatius will go through a cold spurt and they can get back into it. But
well, it looks like Reed Sims is getting a green light by Coach Weatherspoon because he's looking for his shot almost every time down the floor now.
Sims' first of two is good. 79% from the line. It's been a tremendous career for Reed if it does come to a close tonight. He can honestly say that one day he is hopefully part of what many will remember as the rebuild. Second free throw good as well. But he still has thoughts of trying to reach the Final Four on his mind. Down 13 is McKinley, 33-20. Still in the game, they just need stops. Right corner, Fryery, three, good. That's not going to help. Damon Fryery's found the hot hand. His second three of the game and 29th of the year. Down 16 now is McKinley. Right of the lane. Sims scores the runner plus the foul. 6:18 in the third quarter.
Reed Sims is really battling out there, John.
Sims trading punches right now with the taller Damon Fryery. It's like watching Max Baer fight Primo Carnera.
It's a good reference if people understand it. Primo Carnera was a huge 6'6" heavyweight champion. Max Baer was not.
Yeah, my reference even too old for me, but I love to make it. Max Baer won that fight, by the way.
He did. He outpunched him.
36-23. Ignatius and another easy bucket. Callie Johnson left all alone underneath the basket and scored. It's 38-23. Ignatius. McKinley with the ball. 5:54 in the third quarter. I think McKinley's just trying to see the ball go through the basket.
Yeah.
Right wing, Sims. Sims looking for space. Out top, Webster. Drives left of the lane. Scoops. Misses. Taller Fryery made that hard. Down the floor, Ignatius. Left wing, Fryery's three is good. Damon Fryery, 15 to lead all scorers. It's an 18-point advantage for Ignatius. Coach Sean Weatherspoon with 5:27 in the third quarter takes a timeout for McKinley. His Pups trailing Ignatius 41-23. Full timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them on Q92 Radiosports.com.
Since 1962, DeHoff Realtors has been deeply rooted in the Stark County community. As proud supporters of high school athletics countywide, they are committed to helping our neighbors buy and sell homes with confidence. Visit them at dhoff.com or call them at 330-499-8153 and let's make a winning move together. DeHoff Realtors, your championship team in real estate, dedicated to serving the Stark County community with pride. Good luck to all of the boys' basketball teams still fighting for a title in the tournament.
Ready to make a real difference in people's lives while working for a nonprofit? Regional EMS is calling your name. They're on the lookout for passionate EMTs and paramedics to join their team. Imagine working with state-of-the-art equipment, all while enjoying a new pay scale, generous PTO, and fully paid insurance for full-time heroes like you. It's not just a job, it's a chance to be a lifeline in your community. So what are you waiting for? Grab your phone and dial 330-987-4373 to find out how to join the Regional EMS family.
Shout out to my guy, Mike Hearn, listening out in Western Ohio right now. Said he loved the reference of a guy dead since 1959. I'm guessing that's Max Baer or Primo Carnera. Don't know when either of them passed, but it was long ago. 41-23, Ignatius with the lead over McKinley. 5:14 in the third quarter, and the Bulldogs of Canton. McKinley with the basketball. There's Reed Sims trying to go to his do-it-yourself kit. Loses the basketball right of the lane. It's Shavers, and unfriendly whistle because of a traveling violation. And Ignatius threatens now to push it to a 20-plus point lead with this possession coming up here. 41-23 they lead, and their star Damon Fryery has just been on fire. He has it left wing. McKinley throwing bodies at him. He's going to run past Shavers, gets right of the lane, gets fouled hard. And he exchanged some words with Anthony Shavers afterwards, which Anthony makes sure to walk in front of him. You like seeing that out of the McKinley star, Anthony Shavers.
Yeah, McKinley's not going to be pushed around. They're not intimidated.
And nor should they be. Winningest program in Ohio high school basketball history, going for what I can only imagine is a state record 29 regional championships if they win today. They're down 18, so that looks unlikely. But comebacks happen as Fryery misses the first free throw. He had a good first half. Probably pedestrian by his standards. He makes that free throw there. I believe he has 9 now in the quarter.
Averages 20.7 a game.
McKinley ball, Javion Carter with it left of the lane. Left wing, Sims fires a three. Halfway down, comes out. Rebound, Whitekey. He still has yet to score, does the Kent State commit.
He's had 3 rebounds and 2 assists, both the assists in this half.
Whitekey underneath, another nice pass right of the rim, and Callie Johnson had Anthony Shavers on his back there for a moment, looking like it was a piggyback ride.
Reed Sims slapped the ball out of the Ignatius player's hands. I think Reed is a little bit frustrated right now. He's been bumped around, and they played him really, really physical. I think he's just frustrated right now.
Ignatius students yelling some choice words at him.
Well, and I'm sure we can't hear it from up here, but I'm sure there's some trash talking going on down there.
42-23. I like what you said about McKinley not being scared of the fight. I do believe that's the case. Out top, Mack. Left wing, Whitekey. Whitekey to the free throw line. Tough shot in the air. Missed it off the back of the iron, but he got fouled. You know, you start to dissect what assistant coach R.C. Hill said, and you really think about it. Davey Thompson, a junior, back. Javion Carter, a junior, back. Anthony Shavers, a junior, back. Ed Webster, a sophomore, back. Tavion Spencer, who has not played tonight, a sophomore, back. They are young. They are young. They are inexperienced. By the way, Max Baer, for what it's worth, did die in 1959. He was also 6'3", and to your point, Primo was 6'6". Mike Hurd, our producer in Northwest Ohio, with the note.
Well, and I have to say this. People will know Max Baer maybe more by his son, Max Baer Jr., who famously played Jethro on the Beverly Hillbillies.
Now that's a reference. 44-23, a Jed Clampett reference. Top of the key, Carter. Three is offline short. Rebound, Ignatius up 21. Oh, no-look feed left of the basket. And Whitekey's pass was tipped away, and then Carter threw some hands trying to get away from some pressure. And Quinn Whitekey, I think, flopped there, but no call will be made. 3:52, third quarter. Ignatius 44, McKinley 23.
He's the kind of point guard that I feel can get under your skin just by his demeanor on the floor. That is that sort of kind of, tenacious point guard that's, always around the ball, obviously, and just, plays that way.
Ignatius takes a timeout. Ignatius 44, McKinley 23. Ignatius has already scored 15 points in this quarter. McKinley just 7, meaning over the last two quarters it's been 34-14 now. Am I correct about that?
Say that again.
I said over the last two quarters it's been 34-14 now.
Yes. Yeah, it was a 1-point game after one in favor of the Wildcats. And John, I'm not going to get into the public versus private debate, but obviously we know that Ignatius, being a private school, draws from all over the Cleveland area. It's basically a bit of a all-star team. McKinley obviously has a lot of homegrown talent, not taking anything away from the Ignatius kids, but it goes back to what we said earlier. Success and talent and coaching success has a lot to do with the talent. McKinley has talent, but they don't have talent necessarily at each position like St. Ignatius does.
The second year in a row, a Stark County school in Division I will be eliminated by Ignatius by a lopsided score as Ignatius scores again. Jimmy Thomas left to the basket, laid it up and in with the left hand. Ignatius by 23 now. McKinley has brought in Tavion Spencer, the sophomore. They want to get his legs out there and show him what regional final basketball is like against Ignatius. There's Javion Carter, top of the key, Webster. Webster drives left of the lane, taller Fryery on him. Tough shot over the 6'10 forward, and he had to float it too high, and he missed it. Although the rebound saved by McKinley. Left corner, Carter. Carter lost the ball, but he was fouled left baseline. 3:12 in the third quarter.
Ed Webster has had look after look after look and hasn't been able to get one bucket to fall for himself.
Sophomore, just a sophomore, checks out. 10.5 point average. Earlier this year against Jackson, the first time the Bulldogs met the Purple Boys from the JTO, Webster was outstanding. The talent on that young man is through the roof. McKinley ball, Shavers, right of the rim, shot blocked, Fryery. What can you do about 6'10"? Down the floor comes Ignatius.
Nothing.
Whitekey. Top of the key, it's 46-23. Ignatius in front. 2:53 in the third quarter. Thomas near center floor, struggling around Carter, finally drives past him. Kicks left corner, Collie Johnson's three. Too strong. Javion Carter the board for the Pups. Down the floor to Thompson. Thompson drives, left of the lane, scoops, misses. Tavion Spencer the board. He gets fouled in the lane for McKinley. I just want to keep pointing to the fact that this was 9-6 McKinley.
Yes.
It was 9-6 McKinley, and it is a 40-14 run by Ignatius since then. Tavion Spencer at the line, first of two. Around and out. To your point, trying to speak in a sense of I got to think about that. Tavion Spencer, line right, second one, made it. Trying to speak in a diplomatic way. It's not right that a 20-5 team is getting beat by 22 at this level by a private school when one of them is public.
Yep, I don't disagree with that.
Collie Johnson scores the runner from right of the lane. He has 15. He's played big. Ignatius with a steal. Right of the lane, Whitekey scoops, misses, gets it back, goes back up. And he gets fouled before the shot. It's 48-24 Ignatius, 2:09 in the third quarter. I have no problem with public versus public in one public school. I know this afternoon there was a public school matchup out in Western Ohio between Botkins, who's I think recently won a state title, and Russia, who has been going for a state title, and Russia is just loaded like an all-star team. And I know Russia beat the whatever you want to call out of Botkins after Botkins got off to a great start. But that's, as far as I know, public versus public. Now, I don't know the inner politics of those schools and so on and so forth, but that's easier for a fan of one of those two schools to digest.
Most definitely.
Whitekey at the line.
4 for 4 now this quarter.
Underneath for McKinley. Reed Sims left to the basket. Scores. Nice job there by Reed. Continues to have his outstanding night. Left wing for Ignatius. Whitekey misses the three. Rebound to McKinley. Reed Sims down the floor. Kicks left corner. Nice pass over the defense. Here's Shavers. Drives left to the rim. Shot blocked. Rebound, though, back to McKinley. Sims in the lane. Gets fouled left of the lane. 96 seconds in the third quarter. Give credit to Reed Sims.
16 now for the night for Reed with 4 rebounds.
Continues to fight his tail off, and it's been a great 3 years for Reed, really seriously playing a lot of basketball. First made his way onto the scene at McKinley as a sophomore, hitting long threes and being an energy player that could fill it up quickly. Last year as a junior, really kind of came into his own. And this year there's been points where people have said, well, he hasn't looked for his shot at the end and hasn't done this and hasn't done that. But there's no question he is the leader of this McKinley team on and off the floor. 18 tonight and just having an incredible night for head coach Sean Weatherspoon and what will most likely be his last time lacing it up for the red and black. Ignatius ball, left corner, Niehaus, open three. Why not another one? 11th three of the year for Kyle Niehaus. 6'4" senior, a spot-up shooter, and nails one. McKinley ball and Jeter out of control, left of the lane, loses it out of bounds.
10 turnovers for the Pups tonight.
They average 11 a game, both teams do.
7 for Ignatius at this point.
Ignatius 53, McKinley 28, 25-point difference on the scoreboard. Well, and again, this is where you're looking as Reed Sims appears to have a cut maybe on his left bicep. This is where you start looking at what you've been able to build here in a very short period of time. Again, Sean Weatherspoon, I don't know the full bloodline and lineage, but I know that Nick Spoon, as he's known around the McKinley community, who played back in the 60s under Bob Rupert. I know that it is a relation. I don't know if it's a grandfather, if it's an uncle, if it's whatever it is. We lost Spoon too early in his life. But nonetheless, what Sean Weatherspoon has been able to do in 2 years, which you start thinking about it, advanced to a district semifinal last year, lost to the eventual district champion in Glen Oak, and this year already back in a regional. It's taken 2 years for him to do what a lot of people said wasn't possible anymore at McKinley. That's obviously got the Bulldog fans excited. Ignatius ball left of the rim. Thomas misses the layup, and McKinley turns it over coming down the floor. Ends up in the hands of Sean Weatherspoon in his red sweater, and he bounces the ball hard against the ground out of frustration.
Nick Weatherspoon, obviously one of the greats in McKinley history on the basketball floor. During my childhood back in the 60s, he was the man.
He was outstanding.
Ran into a really good Columbus East team down in Columbus and wasn't able to bring the state championship home for Canton.
Eventually, Canton Lehman did it in 71. McKinley did it in 84 and a couple more times. Ignatius Ball, 05-06, they did it 2 years in a row. For a team as great as McKinley to only have 3 state titles, it's kind of incredible. 36 seconds in the third quarter. Ignatius running out of space, running out of time, and struggling with things they call a timeout. Ignatius 53, McKinley 28. 36 seconds in the third quarter. We'll take the timeout with them on Q92radiosports.com.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
36 seconds remain, third quarter. It's Ignatius 53, McKinley 28 in this Division I regional final here at Kent State. Ignatius well on their way to another berth in the state Final Four. Nearly a steal by McKinley. Ignatius gets it back. Underneath the basket, left to the rim, layup good by Niehaus. Kyle Niehaus, become a big role player this year for Coach Cam Joyce. Going to be a key piece for them going to Dayton. Left to the rim, McKinley loses the ball. Reed Sims lost it. And down the floor comes Ignatius. Right wing, Whitekey, 3. Too strong. Rebound, McKinley. Here comes Webster. Right wing, Sims, 3. Halfway down and comes out. And that ends the third quarter. After 3, Ignatius 55, McKinley 28. You're listening to high school basketball on Q92radiosports.com.
Buying a home is one of the biggest investments you will make in your lifetime. And for some, it's the very first time. You are going to want the guidance of someone with experience, integrity, and successful results. Joanna Belden with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services has proven time and time again that she is that someone. Working with the Belden Group of Joanna Belden and Cindy Ehrenhalt with over 29 years of combined experience and over $21 million in volume sold in 2023, you can feel confident knowing that you are in the best of hands. Call Joanna at 330-309-2343 or Cindy Ehrenhalt at 330-268-5063 or find them both at howardhanna.com.
It's not easy out there. You need a loan within your budget that you can afford. The big banks tell you thanks, but no thanks. At Friends and Family Credit Union, we're here to help. Simply stop by any of our 3 convenient locations on Erie Street South, downtown Massillon, and Whipple Avenue at the Acme Fresh Market. Visit with one of our loan professionals. They'll discuss your needs and review the options that will work best for you. We know it's not easy out there. So now, more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family. Friends and Family Credit Union.
Final 8 minutes coming up. McKinley trails Ignatius 55-28 in this Division I regional final. 27 points the difference. That was the difference the first time these two met. Reed Sims' runner in the lane is good. Nice to see Reed continue to just really fill out the score column tonight. 20 in the game. That leads all scorers. I would say without question he's been one of the better players on the floor. Oh, what a block! Damon Fryery went right of the rim, and Anthony Shavers met him at the top.
Shavers and him are jawing a bit down there. I'm sure there's a little bit of trash talk. Somebody's getting between them right now.
Right of the rim, Shavers met the 6'10 Fryery.
I said McKinley, John, even down 25, is not going to be intimidated.
And said, take that with you to the University of Dayton. McKinley basketball. Here's Sims. Sims, right wing inside the arc. Now Davey Thompson, outstanding junior point guard, drives, scoops left of the lane. What a tough shot. Again, the size down low. I'll tell you what, Thompson and Webster have both had looks all night. And the size in the paint has just been overwhelming with a foul on the floor here.
Yeah, as I said, John, everything in the paint for McKinley's been contested, and then contested some more. Everything's been a tough look.
I love the attitude of Anthony Shavers. He came down the floor there. Damon Fryery is checked out. He might be done for the night. 7 minutes in the game. He might come back out one more time. It's 55-30 Ignatius, but I love the attitude of Anthony Shavers. He was doing the Colin Sexton Young Bull attitude of just tracking him down and wanting to be in his ear. That's the type of guy you want in your foxhole with you going into next year, and he's back. Ignatius ball, runner in the lane. Jimmy Thomas missed it. Cowley Johnson, what a rebound. In the lane, threw it back in. Easy layup in front of the basket. Johnson, by my count, has 17. McKinley ball left of the basket. Javion Carter scores on a little George Gerving-esque finger roll. Ignatius ball ahead 25. Down the floor they come. Cowley Johnson has his shot blocked out of his hands.
By the way, John, you are right. Cowley Johnson was 17 tonight and 3 rebounds.
Right of the lane. Reed Sims chased him down to block it out of bounds. Ignatius will keep it. 6:28 in the game. Ignatius 57, McKinley 32. Ignatius with the ball. Quinn Whitekey, who's been quiet tonight, just 4 points, all at the line. The young man who's going to play his college ball here at Kent State. Drives right baseline, and Reed Sims continues to play tough defense on him. Claps hands with one of his fellow students in the student section. Ignatius and head coach Cam Joyce is Reed Sims struggling with something.
I think he got hit in the face. It's been as we said, John, we've said it a number of times tonight, it's been a very, very, very physical game. The officials, as both teams play, there's been a lot of flying hands, and just in that kind of game, sometimes you take a shot here and there. It's not intentional, but it just happens.
So Sims headed to the bench. I'm sure he wants to get back out there as soon as possible. Hopefully he's okay. McKinley's leading scorer this year, reached 1,000 points this year in his career, and has been part of a tremendous rebuild in 2 years for Coach Sean Weatherspoon. Ignatius ball, right wing. Jimmy Thomas, 8 points in the game. That's his season average. Drives right to the lane, and an offensive foul on Jimmy Thomas. And some technicals then in the backcourt. I think this might be, we'll see. We'll see where everything is going to be assessed here. But I saw the official point at 2 players, potentially as if it was going to be double text, but I'm not sure.
I see Coach Joyce talking to Whitekey. I don't know if he's going to be the one getting the tee, but he was definitely talking to him.
I'm not sure what the exact call was there, but there was definitely certainly a technical of some sort. Coach Joyce having a spirited word with the official. 5:56.
The Ignatius student section joined with the McKinley crowd. I'm not sure why. McKinley crowd's being pretty quiet.
think just high school kids.
Being high school kids?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Making high school decisions.
Yes. 17-year-old decisions.
It's always funny to me when high school kids start chanting something that like the administration doesn't like, because you never see a principal rush over quicker than when something is chanted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So Javion Carter at the line shoots 78%, makes the first technical.
Looks like Reed Sims is over at the scorer's table. It looks like he's going to be coming back in, John.
Sammy Dari going to check in for Ignatius, as is Damon Fryrie, as Carter makes both at the line. McKinley trails.
John, up by 24, I'm not sure why you would put your best player at risk and bring him out on the floor.
Is that the correct score? Shouldn't McKinley have one more? Didn't Carter make both free throws there?
Yeah, he should have 34. I thought he made the second.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't.
Top of the key, Thompson misses the free throw. He definitely made it. And ball tipped away. Not sure why they haven't added that extra point. It's definitely 57-34, the phantom point that doesn't exist on the scoreboard. Now they're having a word about it at the scorer's table. McKinley ball, left wing Sims. Now they've added it for McKinley. 23-point game. I hate when that's wrong. Carter drives, scoops, scores right to the rim. Javion Carter.
Come up big this quarter. That's 6 for him just in this quarter alone.
57-36. Ignatius by 21. 5:24 left. See what kind of fight McKinley has in them late here. See if they really try to make one last crazy go at this thing. Ignatius might be at that point where they're pulling the ball out and trying to play keep away. Waikey drives, kicks left corner. 3. Dari, good. Off the bench, ice cold. Sammy Dari. 5 for 12 from 3 entering the game. And he shows that all that time sitting doesn't matter. Nails his 6th 3 of the year. Right wing. How about the answer back, though? Javion Carter from 3. He has 9 in the quarter.
Maybe McKinley's trying to emulate the Cavs, who made a lifetime of coming back from huge deficits recently.
In recent days, they certainly have. There's Sammy Dari again, who checked in moments ago for Iggy. Has it, goes underneath. Johnson scores right to the rim. Collie Johnson continues his outstanding night. McKinley ball down 62-39. 4:15 in the game. Anthony Shavers. There's Javion Carter. He's been like a microwave recently. Top of the key, 3 in and out for Reed Sims. Just quick heat off of the bench. Who was it? For the Pistons that was known as the microwave? Vinny Johnson.
Vinny Johnson.
Ignatius ball, top of the key. R.J. Jones, kind of out of control, dribbles into a double team and gets fouled high on the right. Ignatius 62, McKinley 39, 3:46 remains.
Javion, though, averaging 6.8 a game, and he's already had 9 just in this quarter.
Alex Mack checks in for Ignatius. Quinn Whitekey checks out. Ignatius students chanting "Start the buses." It's actually a pretty solid chance. Javion Carter takes it away. Down the floor, left to the rim, he gets fouled. Took it right away from Sammy Dari, who had it for Ignatius. And he gets fouled.
Javion coming in here with a fresh body and just has really taken over for McKinley. Wondering if Coach Weatherspoon wishes he had brought him in a little earlier.
It's tough. You play things how you believe they're going to be. And obviously I think some of this too is, you've got kids late in a game like this. And
there's a little bit of a letdown.
Well, but also he wants to prove to Coach
he wants
Spoon,
to prove himself. Yeah,
saying, hey, I'm a junior. I want to be a guy next year.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of all those things.
He misses both free throws, line right. And he's been really good this year off of the bench. He's been a bright spot as the year has gone along. Dari has it right baseline for Ignatius. Here's R.J. Jones into the right corner. Jones backs down right baseline. Jones right to the basket. Great move left to the basket, and he gets fouled.
McKinley foul number 2. Chambers was 4th. Team's 4th.
62-39 Ignatius. 3:18 left. As they like to say, then there were two. Perry and Louisville, the only two that are going to be left standing after today. One a Cinderella, one expected. Both free throws at the line. Good there for R.J. Jones, I believe that was.
It was.
So he has points 8 and 9. McKinley ball in the lane. Sims misses the runner, but he gets fouled. Ignatius brings in Connor Morgan for the first time, the 6'6" senior, number 34.
Imagine having a 6'6" senior sitting on your bench.
It's just part of the game. Reed Sims line right. First one is good. Like to see that Reed has gone down firing. That's how he'll be remembered as a Bulldog, for a guy that kept pushing things to the limits until he could push no more, as he misses the second free throw, splits the pair. 64-40. Ignatius, they have the ball. Dari drives, gets into the lane, shoots the runner, misses. Reed Sims with the rebound. Took a bunch of contact, drives down the floor. Sims in the lane, lost the ball. R.J. Jones on the run out. Keith Quincy giving chase. And R.J. Jones lays it up right at the rim for Iggy. Down the floor, McKinley left to the basket. Anthony Shavers scores with two
10
hands.
for Anthony.
66-42 and an alley-oop. Alex Mack left of the rim on the feed from R.J. Jones from the right wing. Ignatius by 26. McKinley ball, left corner, Jeter. Clanks a three. Rebound, saved in Ignatius. They have numbers again. Left corner, Mack. Three, around and out. 2 minutes remain. McKinley with the basketball. Down the floor they come, and Morgan takes it away. McKinley going to sub in their entire bench. Ignatius going to do the same thing. Officially signaling that this thing is over. It was swift, and it was kind of pretty to watch. St. Ignatius, the defending Division I state champions, lead by 26. 68-42 over McKinley. 1:54 left. We'll take a timeout.
So here I am in line at Papa Gyro's. I order the Gyro Supreme. Suddenly, the lady behind me chimes in.
It's pronounced gyro.
Then the fella behind her says,
It's a gyro.
I turn my back and I finish my order. I also need a large Grecian salad, some baklava chocolate swirl, and a Cajun gyro.
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 Okay. So no matter how you say it, you're not far from a Papa Gyro's.
For Pete's sake, it's Papayitos. Find the Papayitos closest to you at papayitos.com.
Where's Pete?
McKinley subs in Reed Sims, as well as Jaden Bowles.
Substitution for McKinley, number 5, Dante Hill.
Dante Hill.
Major Chief. Number 15, Jake Bowles. Number 24, Jaden Nelson.
Jaden Nelson.
Legacy Lee.
Legacy Lee comes in as well, number 20. Lots of really highly said things about Legacy Lee. Expect big things out of him in the future. Just a freshman. Already has the build of a junior, though. McKinley on defense here. Only Reed Sims remains on the floor. I thought the senior stayed out there. I guess he didn't. Left wing, though, three knocked down by Ignatius. Evan Solar, the senior, 71-42. Ignatius' Legacy Lee loses it in the right corner. Full subs on both sides. Ignatius also has out their great name here, Joe Maloof.
Joe Maloof.
Denahi Melton as well. Melton has it, drives left of the lane, scoops with the right hand and scores. And you love seeing that off of the 12th guy off of the bench. Down the floor, McKinley right of the rim and an easy layup. Bowles with the layup there, he scored. Down to 53 seconds remaining. Ignatius 73, McKinley 44. And a steal. Down the floor comes McKinley. Another easy layup. 73-46. Ignatius. And the Wildcats have the ball. Left corner, a three. Missed. It was put up by Solar. Down the floor, McKinley. Right of the rim, Legacy Lee missed the layup. Left of the rim. Attempt there by another one of the subs, and Dante Hill couldn't get it to go. Ignatius comes down the floor. Final 10 seconds run off. Well, the Canton-McKinley Bulldogs are on the path towards a return to glory. But that path that eventually wants to find the state Final Four will have to wait another year. The defending Division I state champions in St. Ignatius defeat McKinley in the regional final in Division I at Kent State, 73-46. Behind an impressive effort by Collie Johnson and Damon Fryrie, their two seniors. Ignatius will continue their road towards their hopeful third state championship as they go to the Final Four next week. Final score, Ignatius 73, McKinley 46. Take a timeout. You're listening to high school basketball on Q92 Radiosports.com.
At Dr. Michael J. Hewlett Family Dentistry in Massillon and Malvern, they're proud to be part of two wonderful communities. After 32 years of providing high-quality dentistry, Dr. Hewlett has decided to retire. They are happy to announce that Dr. Corey Boss, a Massillon, Washington graduate, will take over in March with the full support of the Hewlett dental family. Dr. Boss is excited to continue providing the same excellent service that patients have come to expect. He is accepting new patients at this time. Please call 330-477-2151 to make an appointment.
Ready to make a real difference in people's lives while working for a nonprofit? Regional EMS is calling your name. They're on the lookout for passionate EMTs and paramedics to join their team. Imagine working with state-of-the-art equipment, all while enjoying a new pay scale, generous PTO, and fully paid insurance for full-time heroes like you. It's not just a job, it's a chance to be a lifeline in your community. So what are you waiting for? Grab your phone and dial 330-987-4373 to find out how to join the Regional EMS family.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
It's not easy out there. You need a loan within your budget that you can afford. The big banks tell you thanks, but no thanks. At Friends and Family Credit Union, we're here to help. Simply stop by any of our 3 convenient locations on Erie Street South, downtown Massillon, and Whipple Avenue at the Acme Fresh Market. Visit with one of our loan professionals. They'll discuss your needs and review the options that will work best for you. We know it's not easy out there. So now, more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family. Friends and Family Credit Union.
Looking for a place where good food and a good mood come together? Welcome to Samantha's Restaurants in Stark County, proudly owned by Heidi Kiefer. Whether it's a hearty breakfast, a satisfying lunch, or a delightful dinner, you'll always find something to love at Samantha's. With 5 locations in Hartville, Oakwood Square, downtown Canton, Hills and Dales, and Louisville, Heidi is proud to be serving Stark County for over 25 years. More than just a place for a great meal, her friendly staff will put a smile on your face and make you feel like part of the Samantha's family. Serving generations in Stark County. Stop in and discover why good food equals a good mood at Samantha's.
We're turned back in here on Q92 Radiosports.com. I want to recap the day for you, by the way. McKinley falls here in this regional final to Ignatius tonight, 73-46. But earlier today, Perry a winner over Shaker Heights by a score of 57-43, and Louisville claims their first regional title with a win over Bishop Hartley out of Columbus, 52-45. So next Saturday, Louisville will play. Most likely, not really sure who at this point. There's thoughts that it might be the winner of Hoban and Garfield Heights from last night. I know Sandusky and Lima Shawnee were playing today, and Aiken and Trotwood Madison were playing today. On the D2 side for Perry, there's questions of who they will play. North Royalton and New Albany playing tonight. And on the other side, Westerville North and Big Walnut, and then Winton Woods and Toledo St. Francis. So there's a thought that the OHSAA might mix things up. We don't yet know. Of course, when we know, we'll let you know when we have an idea of where we will be next week and what games we will be covering. We'll obviously have both of them for you, but we just don't know where they will be and at what times.
This being the first year for fans that don't realize, with the 7 divisions, there's a separate week now for state semifinals and then a separate week for state championships, whereas it used to be, the Final Four and the 4 divisions. So very similar to football this year.
Yep, so it's going to be interesting to see the next 2 weeks. We'll take another break. We'll come back, and we'll get you set with one more break after that, eventually, for the final numbers tonight with George.
Ready to make a real difference in people's lives while working for a nonprofit? Regional EMS is calling your name. They're on the lookout for passionate EMTs and paramedics to join their team. Imagine working with state-of-the-art equipment, all while enjoying a new pay scale, generous PTO, and fully paid insurance for full-time heroes like you. It's not just a job, it's a chance to be a lifeline in your community. So what are you waiting for? Grab your phone and dial 330-987-4373 to find out how to join the Regional EMS family.
At Dr. Michael J. Hewlett Family Dentistry in Massillon and Malvern, they're proud to be part of 2 wonderful communities. After 32 years of providing high-quality dentistry, Dr. Hewlett has decided to retire. They are happy to announce that Dr. Corey Boss, a Massillon, Washington graduate, will take over in March with the full support of the Hewlett Dental family. Dr. Boss is excited to continue providing the same excellent service that patients have come to expect. He is accepting new patients at this time. Please call 330-477-2151 to make an appointment.
Buying a home is one of the biggest investments you will make in your lifetime. And for some, it's the very first time. You are going to want the guidance of someone with experience, integrity, and successful results. Joanna Belden with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services has proven time and time again that she is that someone. Working with the Belden Group of Joanna Belden and Cindy Ehrenhalt with over 29 years of combined experience and over $21 million in volume sold in 2023, you can feel confident knowing that you are in the best of hands. Call Joanna at 330-309-2343 or Cindy Ehrenhalt at 330-268-5063 or find them both at howardhanna.com.
By the way, thanks to all of our sponsors of the games this weekend. For this game, Regional EMS, RG Dreg Career and Technical School, Joanna Belden, Howard Hanna. Friends and Family Credit Union, Hewlett Dentistry in Massillon and Malvern. Papa Gyros, Steve Paxos, Lambros, and the great folks. D-Hoff Realtors, thanks to Ty and Linda over there for the help. Samantha's, thanks to Heidi. And, of course, thanks to all of you for listening. Final break coming right now. It is a win for the Ignatius Wildcats. 73-46 over McKinley. Georgia will have the final numbers when we return.
So here I am in line at Papa Gyros. I order the Gyro Supreme. Suddenly, the lady behind me chimes in.
It's pronounced gyro.
Then the fella behind her says,
It's a gyro.
I turn my back and I finish my order. I also need a large Grecian salad, some baklava chocolate swirl, and a Cajun gyro.
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 Okay. So no matter how you say it, you're not far from a Papa Gyros.
For Pete's sake, it's Papayitos. Find the Papayitos closest to you at papayitos.com.
Who's Pete?
Since 1962, D-Hoff Realtors has been deeply rooted in the Stark County community. As proud supporters of high school athletics countywide, they are committed to helping our neighbors buy and sell homes with confidence. Visit them at dhoff.com or call them at 330-499-8153 and let's make a winning move together. D-Hoff Realtors, your championship team in real estate, dedicated to serving the Stark County community with pride. Good luck to all of the boys' basketball teams still fighting for a title in the tournament.
Looking for a place where good food and a good mood come together? Welcome to Samantha's Restaurants in Stark County, proudly owned by Heidi Kiefer. Whether it's a hearty breakfast, a satisfying lunch, or a delightful dinner, you'll always find something to love at Samantha's. With 5 locations in Hartville, Oakwood Square, downtown Canton, Hills and Dales, and Louisville, Heidi is proud to be serving Stark County for over 25 years. More than just a place for a great meal, her friendly staff will put a smile on your face and make you feel like part of the Samantha's family. Serving generations in Stark County. Stop in and discover why good food equals a good mood at Samantha's.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
Buying a home is one of the biggest investments you will make in your lifetime. And for some, it's the very first time. You are going to want the guidance of someone with experience, integrity, and successful results. Joanna Belden with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services has proven time and time again that she is that someone. Working with the Belden Group of Joanna Belden and Cindy Ehrenhalt with over 29 years of combined experience and over $21 million in volume sold in 2023, you can feel confident knowing that you are in the best of hands. Call Joanna at 330-309-2343 or Cindy Ehrenhalt at 330-268-5063 or find them both at howardhanna.com.
It's not easy out there. You need a loan within your budget that you can afford. The big banks tell you thanks, but no thanks. At Friends and Family Credit Union, we're here to help. Simply stop by any of our 3 convenient locations on Erie Street South, downtown Massillon, and Whipple Avenue at the Acme Fresh Market. Visit with one of our loan professionals. They'll discuss your needs and review the options that will work best for you. We know it's not easy out there. So now, more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family. Friends and Family Credit Union.
Ready to make a real difference in people's lives while working for a nonprofit? Regional EMS is calling your name. They're on the lookout for passionate EMTs and paramedics to join their team. Imagine working with state-of-the-art equipment, all while enjoying a new pay scale, generous PTO, and fully paid insurance for full-time heroes like you. It's not just a job, it's a chance to be a lifeline in your community. So what are you waiting for? Grab your phone and dial 330-987-4373 to find out how to join the Regional EMS family.
Well, we return back in here one last time. Ignatius 73, McKinley 46. Here with the final numbers is George. Go ahead.
Yeah, John, first of all, we'll give the quarter scores. Ignatius led after every quarter, 10-9 after the first, 29-16 at halftime, 55-28 after three, and our final 73-46. After that first quarter, Ignatius, to put this in perspective, outscored the Pups 63-37.
Wow.
For McKinley, they had 13 turnovers. Javion Carter, all in the fourth quarter, 9 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Anthony Shavers, 10 points and 4 rebounds. Jalen Jeter, 1 point, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Ed Webster really battled around the board, just couldn't get the ball to fall for himself. 5 rebounds, that was basically his line. Davey Thompson had a rebound. Reed Sims, leading scorer for the night for both teams. Can't say enough about Reed. 21 points and 5 rebounds, and Tavion Spencer, a point and a rebound. There was a couple of points scored in mop-up time off the bench, 4 to be exact. For Ignatius, 10 turnovers. Quinn Whitekey with 4 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Jimmy Thomas, 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Callie Johnson, sort of unexpected for Ignatius. He came in averaging 10 points. Tonight he scored 19 and also had 3 rebounds. Alex Mack, 2 points and a rebound. R.J. Jones, 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Kyle Niehaus, 5 points and 1 rebound. Sammy Dari, 3 points and a rebound. And Damon Fryery, 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 assist. And they also had 5 off the bench during mop-up time. You know, John, I have to say, I said I would admit if I was wrong, and I was wrong. I didn't know why this Ignatius team basically dominated McKinley the first time. Now I understand why. You know, it's a team that just has great balance, size not only in height but also maturity size, and every kid on that team can shoot. Every team on that team can rebound and pass. As I said, they draw from a big area. And when you draw from a big area, you're going to have kids that are skilled at every position. Plus, they have skilled kids on the bench that probably would be playing somewhere else. McKinley, obviously a lot of homegrown talent. Bulldogs have nothing to be ashamed of. They made a great run this year. And you know what? They left it all on the floor tonight. If anything, I'm sure it's going to hurt tonight because they took this loss. But, I'm sure Sean Weatherspoon is very pleased with the effort. They were physical, they were tenacious, and they battled the whole game, and nothing to be ashamed of for the Pups. It was a great year for them to get to the Elite Eight.
It's going to be part of an uphill climb for them moving forward to try to knock off these guys from Ignatius. They will no longer have their superstar in Damon Fryery next year, but they will find more, and it will always be McKinley's job and other teams' job to try to chase that down, and the Bulldogs have taken a lot of big steps towards becoming the program that they have always been, again, in these last 2 years. George, great job today. Thanks to Ryan Rainsberg. Thanks to Jake back at the studios as well. Thanks to all of the coaches today that helped us. The Louisville coaches, Tom Siegfried and his staff. Thanks to the folks at Perry, Matt Vole and his staff. Thanks to Sean Weatherspoon and his folks at McKinley. Thanks to all of these teams for great memories this year so far. Congrats to Louisville and Perry. They're both moving on. We'll tell you when and where next week. We know right now that Louisville is playing Saturday and Perry is playing Sunday. We don't know who. We don't know where. We'll know in the coming days, and when we know, you will know. Check Q92 Sports on Facebook, and we will try to keep you up to date on all of the information as we find out. For George, I'm John. Thanks for a great day of listening to high school basketball, and congrats to McKinley on a great run this season. We know that under next year, third-year head coach Sean Weatherspoon, they will be back for bigger and better things. Congrats to Ignatius, going to try to make it back-to-back state titles. Hopefully they do. 73-46, the final. Ignatius a winner. Have a great rest of your weekend, everyone. We'll talk to you next week.